perilous times. MCs with perilous minds, with perilous rhymes. Earthquakes, perilous signs. 6 o'clock news, perilous crimes. Pretty face, banging body, AIDS infested, perilous dimes, perilous times. Rumors of wars, numerous wars. On my block, pimps, fiends, and numerous whores. Where I'm from, crooked cops will put two in your jaw. But then again, thugs won't have.
What's up? My name is Mike Peace. Born and raised in New York City, city rat, Brooklyn, Queens, you know. Live in the city of Rochester now and enjoying myself big time, doing what God wants me to do.
Yeah, this is Jersey's own runaway MC representing Jesus Christ. That's what we're doing here from Jersey. Handling business, positive music, all Christ-centered, no negativity, salvation music, warfare music. Welcome to God's world.
Yo, this is Sincere Israel from the Bricks of New Jerusalem, representing Prodigal Sons Entertainment. You know what I mean? Holy hip hop to the fullest.
My name is Desiree Renee, and I'm representing Jesus Christ as a gospel rap artist and also a poet.
Hi, this is Floyd Crave, the alternative gospel music director at 89.1 WFDU FM.
God bless everybody. My name is Justice. We're located at the Bronx. We go to Jehovah Shammah.
Yeah. What's up, all my people? This is DTC, Design Takaka, for eternity, yo.
What's up, fam? My name is Light, the Flow Minister. You know, I'm a female gospel hip-hop artist. No gender in the body of Christ. I'm just an MC, you know what I mean?
Yo, what's going on? My name is Breeze, coming from the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. Up here in Jersey, just giving some love. I'm with Sunrise Productions.
Yeah, man, this is all different flavors, man. I'm Justified and Zealous.
Yeah, this is Andre Jalil.
Yeah, you know Magellan was good.
Yeah, what's going on, man? This is Crown One, Crossbeats Inc.
It's Cross Cypher, Minister Zion, here representing.
My name is Shabak, representing, most importantly, Jesus Christ, hailing from Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
My name is Lavoisier, man. Representing A Omega Global Military, you know?
Dimas Salabarios, the pastor of Infinity New York Church, which is a youth and young adult church.
What's going on, y'all? You know what I'm saying? My name is Ethics. That's what they call me, Ethics. And I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? I love the Lord. And I'm fairly new to some people, but it really and truly, this was predestined from before I was in the womb. So it's like I'm catching up and you catching up. So we here, you know what I'm saying? So more or less, it's Ethics.
What's up, it's your boy Richie Righteous, and we live right after the show, you know what I'm saying? With Corey Red Precise and Shabak, my man D-Moss Rip, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm sitting with one of the most talented, one of the most New York City known, you know, illest B-boy, pop and lock, whatever you call it. My man, you know what I'm saying, goes by the name of Bam. Bam. Hey, yo, Bam, man, how you doing tonight, man?
Yo, I'm all right, man. How y'all feeling?
As Bam and his peoples, I'm gonna just let y'all introduce yourself. Who we got over here, my man?
Yo, what up? My name is B-Boy Indio, representing So Majestics, comes from the Bronx. God loves y'all. Remember that. Peace out.
You know, all the way from
B-Boy Spirit, banned for TV because I say too much Jesus in me. All right.
What's up, y'all? This is Fanatic, Cross Movement, chilling out here in the Bronx. Just got finished catching my man Red and Precise, Rip It, Shabbat, do his thing.
Yo, what's up, yo? My name's Corey Red from the Bronx, headed to New Jerusalem, part of the group Corey Red and Precise.
This is your brother Precise, Soldier Bob Young.
What's up, y'all? This is Todd Banks, man. Todd Banks from Bang Theory, man. One of the representatives, one of many, you know what I'm saying? The one they call dumb. However, man, God exalt who he exalt and abase who he abase, you feel me?
Hey, what's up? This is Evangelist Frankie Cutlass, DJ/producer artist.
And my name is DJ Tony Tone.
How you doing? This is Soldier, Frontliners Incorporated.
What's up, yo? This is Messenger, representing Giants in New Jersey, Raiders of the Lost.
My name is Shekinah, part of Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying, just a minister for the Lord, an MC for the Lord.
Yo, what's up? This your boy G Wade from Flavor for the Savior Ministries, you know what I'm saying? I'm just repping holy hip hop, Jesus Christ, no doubt, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of Washington, D.C.
Street Sweepers, just letting y'all know, man, holy hip hop is real. The only vision we have is to take the gospel and to present it to the lost, or to present it to anybody who could benefit off of it, which is everybody, through the hip hop form, you know what I'm saying? You can, in the world, they communicate everything through hip hop, from social ills to racism, so we can present the gospel through the same tool. This your boy R. Swift signing out.
Now, some local artists are using their music for something new, teaching religion to teenagers in a language they understand. With tonight's Extra, here's Art McFarlane.
Say what? They were rapping about religion at a Midtown club.
Jesus is waiting and Satan is plotting. We get the last day, baby, the whole world riding.
It was part of an event to help introduce urban youngsters to Bible teachings.
We're speaking to them in a language that they understand through hip-hop. We're developing relationships with these young people. That's what it's about. We're giving them more than just handing them a Bible.
There is a very aggressive effort going on right now to connect hip-hop music and urban culture with Bible studies.
Let me explain my story, the pain and the glory, the trees and the 40s, the beats and the shorties, ice in the rollies, the nights I was lonely, the price wasn't for me, my life's testimony. Green I was chasing, dreams I was lacing, the beats I was blazing, the dreams I was wasting. Lies to the family, the flights to Miami, the guys couldn't stand me and certainly would land me. 6 feet deep with a snub in my sneaker, the thug that a preacher is bought without future. The life I was leading, the nights I was leaving, the pipe full of trees made life seem even. The drinks I was drinking, breath that was stinking, my health on the bricks when my wealth started sinking. Faith in the street light, weights in the street lights, weights in the weights right, sleep when it's daylight. People will always disappoint you, and so I leave them and get that good point from I can't believe them, my trust in the reset. Put it aside, cause I can't change the way things are. And yo, people, and so I leave them and get that good enough from I can't believe them. Put it aside, when it was all about the tricks for that weed and that need to negotiate. See my approach and fate, now it's all appropriate. Ghost in my life, no more lights to the roach, no toast in the fights, I'm the player, he the coach. I post at night, I saw the half of my life, my path wasn't right, now my life seemed a light like the dog must be coming if you thought God saved. Shorty said, cause we used to do that one night blaze. Now the only thing I do is pick up the songs. Ever since I found God with the trees and palms, see that it doesn't matter what the beat shit on. Headstrong, that it all the weed clips is gone. I'm in tune with reality, I'm finally blessed. The man got a plan for everything, including my stress. So now I pray when it's good and I pray when it's bad. Pray when I had plenty and pray when I wish I had young people. Will always disappoint you. And so I leave them and get that good enough. Yo, I can't believe them. I trust them to reach that far. Put it aside, cause I can't change the way things are. And your people will always disappoint you, Paul. Get that good enough from God.
I heard about holy hip hop, you know what I'm saying, for the most part after the fact. I mean, God just told me to start rhyming for Jesus, MC for Jesus. I didn't hear nobody rhyming for Christ before I started rhyming. God, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna let me know that's what he wanted me to do. And then after that, I started running into, you know, some people and everything, and I saw it was like a lot of underground movement God had. And, you know, been doing it since the 90s, but you got old school cats like since the 80s that was like Michael Peace and stuff that was rhyming for Jesus, like back when we was like running the streets, running with the devil, you know?
I wanted to shift the way people thought about, you know, life in the ghetto, life in the hood, life in the inner city, life in slums, life in the urban setting, whatever. And so it says GHETTOLEGIT. And so what it stands for, I asked a friend of mine who does airbrush, I asked him if he would design this shirt for me. I gave him the idea. You know how people can like have ideas but they can't make it a reality? Well, he made a reality for me. And so it says GHETTO, of course that means ghetto, legit. GHETTO stands for giving hope even though there's opposition, living everything God intends to. And that's what it stands for.
Oh, in 1986 with Michael Peace and Stephen Wiley. I mean, it first came out, a lot of it was, you know, secular beats in the background and everything.
The reason why people call me the grandpapa Christian hip hop is because I was the first Christian rapper to rap on a major label, a major Christian label with a full-length project. Now there were some other rappers that did some recording. Stephen Wiley, actually I heard his before I ever went into the studio, but it was 4 songs on it. And I think that's why people call me the grandpapa, is because I did a full-length project and with a major Christian label. Now Stephen Wiley and we joke, I said, well, if I'm the grandpapa, then he's the great grandpa. But that's the reason why people call me the grandpapa Christian hip hop.
I was introduced to holy hip hop through Mike Peace. He came to my school, Franklin High School, and he was up there. He had dancers with like these plastic suits, and they was and he was rapping about Jesus, man. And I was like, wow, this cat talking about God, you know what I'm saying, in a hot way, you know what I'm saying? It was a little old school, but it was still hot because I ain't never see that before, you know what I'm saying? He talking about God and it just appeared like, yo, this dude had a major record deal and all of that. So I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? That was like my first real encounter with it, but I always felt like it was something that I was supposed to do.
One of the founding fathers of gospel hip-hop came right out of Hollis, too. His name was Michael Peace, you know what I'm saying? And he lives upstate New York right now, man, and he's off the chains. He was out. A lot of people think gospel hip-hop was started around the time when, I guess like late 90s when you had groups like Cross Movement and them coming out, but they had dudes way back in the days rapping, man, like Super C, Michael Peace. And when I was a young buck, man, I don't know, when I was a young guy, man, I remember going into bookstores and copying their CDs, man.
The first project that I did was with Reunion Records. They're the same label with Michael W. Smith, Amy Grant, Rich Mullins. And the name of the project was called Rock It Right. And it came out in 1987. We dropped it in May of 1987. And the Lord just began to just make it grow from there. I was doing some recording and rapping before then, but it was all independent stuff. So basically I started in 1982, back in the days of Run DMC and all those cats, but it was all gospel, it was the entire gospel message. But that was the first project. The second one I did came out the following year, Rapping Bold. Third one was called Vigilante of Hope. Fourth one was called Loud and Clear, which was a live album. My fifth project was with a new record label, well, not a new, but a new record label to my life, Starson Records, and that was called Threat to Society. And then my last project with a major label was called Out of Control.
If you hear Mike Peace rap now, you're gonna know he's definitely from the Run DMC era, man. Shout out to him, man, that's my man.
I heard gospel hip-hop or gospel rap when I was small, back I'd say in the mid-80s, early 90s, because I grew up in church, and I heard some early groups like PID, Preachers of Disguise, and some other groups that I don't recall now, but the music, the message was good. Music was a little chintzy, a little cheesy. We're like, okay, whatever.
The first time I heard about holy hip hop was through my boy named Duran, who used to be down with CNC Music Factory, and now he's saved. And he introduced me to the Cross Movement first album. T-Bone, there was T-Bone, there was Joyceful Noise, there was another old time group that was around. So that was the first time I heard about holy hip hop. My reaction towards holy hip hop, I kind of laughed at it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because it sounded really old school to me. Because, when you come from the secular and you got all this, banging stuff, and and to me, back then in holy hip hop, it was a little outdated, you know what I'm saying? I think God now everybody's doing their homework, so.
I heard a Corey Red and Precise joint in '99. And other than that, man, the stuff I was hearing wasn't hot, and I was like, God giving up all this other stuff ain't no big deal, but if I gotta give up rhyming, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Then I heard some hot stuff, like I said, in '99, and I was like, oh, okay, this is real. And ever since then, it's just been on.
Actually, I never heard of holy hip hop. I'm from the streets. I rap the same garbage you hear on the radio today. I promoted the same violence, the same negativity. Gave my life over to Christ and realized that there's a positive message that needs to be said, that message of salvation that I received. And that's where Runaway entered the building. Cross Movement, I heard of them a couple years back, just when I started my walk with Christ. I was trying to look for anything similar to where I came from, to my background, that I figured would help me along with my walk with Christ. So they were definitely the first ones.
I heard about gospel rap 2 years after I was doing it. You know what I mean? I got saved off the corner with a minister and me in the Bible for like 2 years, no pastor, no church. So I thought I was doing something new. I didn't even say it. I didn't even know it was a separate genre. I just said I'm a rap for God. As my heart changed, the music changed, and then I discovered it, like, oh shoot, this other dude's just doing this. You know what I mean? So I say about 3 years ago, man, I truly got into it, man. The first dude I heard was Sean Slaughter, man. Shout out, that's the homie. Word.
It started out with T-Bone, you know what I'm saying? Those are my inspiration, BBJ, all of them.
The first gospel artists, rappers that I ever heard was Cross Movements and Corey Red, MC Precise. Much love to Ambassador. That's a man of God. He inspired me too. Corey Red, I seen him in Rap Fest, and then we ministered together in Rap Fest too. But those, the first hip hop artists that I heard was the Ambassador from Cross Movement.
First time I heard about holy hip hop was maybe about a year and a half ago.
again, I got saved and I started, changing my life over. Started looking on the internet and seeing some music and some cats doing their thing or whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I can get into that. So then the Lord started bringing music and artists to me. And, it just went from there, basically. Cross Movement was like the first joint that I heard that was like, I was like, oh, okay, these cats are stepping up the game right about now. So, all right, we can make this happen, you know what I'm saying? So Cross Movement was like the first cast that I first heard in the rap game.
I went away to college and I came back in 95, 96. And a friend of mine invited me to something that was happening at Salem Coffee House in February of 96. And the group that was there that night, Cross Movement. It was a wrap. It was a wrap for me. I was just like, whoa! I didn't know that Christians could rock like that, and it was just off. I mean, I remember and I think I was one of that was still very much in their early days. It was before Heavens. It was a full year before Heaven's Mentality, but that was my first time spotting them, and from then I was hooked on holy hip hop. I was like, man, if there are other people like that, I'm totally with this. And I remember, spending some time afterwards and talking to them and da-da-da-da. And then they had come up to New York a couple other times after that. And I was like, yo, were you guys dropping a CD? And then they dropped Heaven's Mentality. And then, it was a wrap from there. I've just been able to follow them. And one of the other things I used to do was do some writing for a lot of the holy hip hop community. And I got a chance to interview them a couple of times. I went down to their release party back in 2000 for, Human Emergency. And I wrote an article on that, and they had it on their web. I think they still have it on their website. Actually, you can go to the archives, and the article is still there. And I wrote for another website that JD had as well. But that was my first real introduction to holy hip hop as we kind of know it today. It was Cross Movement, and honestly, no better introduction.
I come from Philly. Me and my squad started back in 1994. We ain't start because it was this, a holy hip hop movement going on, but we saw a need for one. Looked around and saw a culture that was all hip hop and no Christ. Looked around and saw even young church kids that was all into the culture, but not all into Christ. But, the Lord had grabbed us and had warmed our hearts to himself and to his word and to his people. And we began to look around saying, yo, we find strength, we find, God's blessing and rolling with God's people. And a movement just began to start. That's why we chose the name Cross Movement, because looking at our culture and our generation, we wanted to see a movement of people that was headed towards the cross. And it wasn't no holy hip hop back then. It was just some brothers who really wanted to see God glorified in the culture. And by God's grace and in his time, that's what we're beginning to see, a culture that reflects Christ.
The first time I heard about holy hip hop, I was probably like 13, and I think that's when Dynamic Twins came out, and some dude put me on to them, and I just thought it was dope because I was brought up in the church. My grandfather was a pastor, so I was basically brought up as a Christian, and I love hip hop music. And when I heard Dynamic Twins, I was like, wow, these cats is doing it for the Lord, and it's sounding all right. So once I heard it, then I knew it was on because I loved hip hop and I felt that call on my life. So I started ministering at like 13 and 14 years old. Hooked up with the Cross Movement by the time I was like 15 and just started doing my thing.
Whenever Idol King first dropped out, T-Bone, all of them, Heaven's Mentality, Cross Movement, all the throwbacks from the late 80s, early 90s, ever since then I've been on it. So just a matter of time, I guess, when God groomed me up into it and the rest of my crew frontliners, and we've been doing it for Jesus ever since 2000.
It was about 5 years ago, and I didn't hear about it. I was always into, hip hop and spitting lyrics, what I'm saying, when I was in the world. And when I joined the church, when I gave my life to Christ, rededicated my life to Christ, the people in my neighborhood knew that I used to spit lyrics, so they asked me to do something for a church event, and that's how it happened for me. I didn't even know about no other rappers that was spitting for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know about it. As far as I was concerned, I was the first one that started it, which is far from the truth. But then after that, man, the Lord showed me that. That he was going to use me in this area.
The first time I heard about holy hip hop, I was producing on the secular side. And one of my peoples came down from New York and introduced some music to me. Matter of fact, my man over here, Cross Cypher, a.k.a. Zion, I heard that and I was like, yo, that's fire. So I was a producer then, but then when I got saved, the first thing I did was look up some cats, and ever since then, man, I've been in love with the true art of holy hip hop, man. Giving praise to God, you know, lifting up Jesus, a positive message out there to counteract the negative.
The first time I heard about it was, I think it was like in 99, 2000. And I was like thinking it was bugged out, you know what I'm saying? You know, how you gonna say I have holy hip hop? That words don't even mesh, you know what I'm saying? But once I got out there at Rap Fest up in the BX and checked it out, man, I knew for a fact that, you know, there was truly God, you know what I'm saying? And I've been repping ever since, you know what I mean?
I was in the world, and I had this one dude I knew. Whenever I used to travel, I used to go to Shaolin, and he used to always talk about, the Lord and rhyming, and I'm like, come on, fam, Jesus and rap. It was like an oxymoron to me, and he let me, you know, hear some stuff, and you know, I've heard like some other, you know, stuff that, and to me it seemed churchy, and I was like, I couldn't feel it. Then when I heard these cats called Corey Red and Precise, I was just like word, and then from there I was just open, like, yo, this is real. I didn't know. It took me off my high horse, yo.
My brother back in the day was doing holy hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like when Stephen Wiley, you know what I'm saying, them cats from back in the day was doing the old school joint, you know what I mean? That was like, I don't know, maybe 91 or whatever, 90, I started writing. You know, I started looking at him, seeing him write, and I was like, all right, he did his thing. Then he stopped doing it. I'm like, I'm gonna keep going, you know what I mean? And even our vision and how I started that joint to change the game, you know what I'm saying? The best way, I'm not the best at it, nah. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna change the game so that my son, whoever, will come behind me and take it further, you know what I mean? For real.
I've seen it go from whack to wonderful, you know, and within the last 10 years. And it's a blessing, you know, because now we have producers, you know, MCs that are coming out. We got the Todd Bangs, and we have, you know, people that are coming out with their own material, and it's being embraced.
There has been a stronger emphasis over the last year to reach specifically urban youth, starting there because they are the influencers to the rest of our youth nationwide and globally.
I think like everybody was addicted to something in their life, man. Oh, for real, right? Some people addicted to the obvious, like crack, you know what I'm saying? They can't stop smoking, you know what I'm saying? But some people are addicted to food. They like, yo, I'm gonna give me a burger right off of this. Some people addicted to pornography. Sneaking magazines when mommy ain't home. But let me handle this phone call real quick, man. Hello? It's 100% genuine. You wish they had this on the tape so that you could stop it and press rewind. Have you heard about it?
If you examine hip-hop is the #1 music in the world today. A hip-hop artist could drop an album, and within 4 to 5 days, they could sell over 800,000 copies. Within a week, some of them can sell millions of records. Within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they can even sell as much as 10 million records. We see that things that revolves around hip-hop basically sells because it's the culture that's in now. The kids, they adapt to it.